Hi YouTube, this is Retta. I'm doing this reading. It's kind of strange because I usually don't do readings like this, but I felt the need to. I just seen a post in regards that I think it was the FTC is not going to stand in way of Amazon taking over Whole Foods. And it just had me thinking. It had me thinking a lot. It had me I think I'm gonna be 42. I stopped counting at an age somewhere. Once I hit a certain age, I just stopped, really counting my birthday. I really have to, do the math. I think I'm gonna be 42 in September. But I remember, and this is a new deck I'm using. This is the City Mystic Paris. I just cleansed it 2 seconds ago. I have to do some shuffling because it was all in order the way I like it when I'm cleansing a deck. I remember in school learning, this is long time ago, that monopolies were bad and there was things put in place so that companies couldn't get too big and couldn't own everything and not be a monopoly. And what I'm seeing these days is that that's exactly what's going on. It's like a few companies are starting to own everything. Like there's like a few and you can see it even like in the media and everything. It's like all the media is owned by a couple of companies, and it's like their own directive is given out. It's like everybody's following around on their same script. And it's like controlling the populace, controlling people, how they eat, how they think, how they move. It's like, especially if you control the media, you can control the people. Because a lot of people have a hard time, having independent thought. They think that everything they see is real. Everything that's given to them is real. And, that's why it's called, like all the movies and TV, it's called programming, because they program you. But I'm getting off topic. So I'm seeing this whole Whole Foods thing, and I'm like, wow, another, company, and Whole Foods, I believe, started out with the great idea with organic foods. It's expensive. I haven't went to Whole Foods in a while, but I used to go and get a few things. And, it's like big companies are eating up these little companies. And I'm into the cosmetics too. I love like lipsticks, and I see a lot of that happening also with like indie brands and cosmetics. It's like they start, these indie brands start out independent, and they have good products and everything. And of course, a new company's dream is to, be able to sell off their company and make some good money. We see that with Anastasia of Beverly Hills. I think she's selling off her company. You've seen MAC sold it off to Estee Lauder. Estee Lauder not only owns MAC, they own Estee Lauder, and they own somebody else too. Oh shoot, so they own another. But you see how the big companies are eating up. And I don't blame some of these little companies that, they want to sell, they want to make their money and live comfortably. But why is this okay? Why is this okay? It's like everything is owned. So you really don't have a choice. It's like everything is owned by a certain amount of companies. They own everything. And so they can control the quality of what you're getting. They can change it. And if you ever notice that a lot of things when they do buy, when bigger companies buy these little companies, the quality changes. Everything kind of changes. What we used to like from a company isn't what we're getting now. And so I just want to see this whole thing and what's to come of Whole Foods and Amazon if they're going to buy it. And I just want to see, because I find it sad. I find it's making harder. Here in America, you always learn if you dream big and you go for the gold, you can get it. you know, and it seems like it's making it harder for people to open up businesses, to, you know, and then it allows bigger companies to kind of squeeze you out. You know, if you are becoming, your company is becoming a threat because these bigger companies are so big, they can squeeze you out. You know, like Johnson & Johnson owns so many different, like, you remember back in the days when you thought of Johnson & Johnson, you thought of like baby shampoo and stuff like that. But if you look at it, they have, their portfolio has like so much increased in the last 30 years. They own a lot of everything. It's just crazy. It's like, how are we allowing this? How are we allowing this? And I mean, do you still feel the same if Amazon, I mean, I shop at Amazon, but you also know at Amazon that, like, Amazon, you know, the guy became a billionaire and he's really into politics now. And he's like forcing his agenda on people with his politics, and which I was upset with, and I wrote the company a letter. But it seems like even now, like a lot of authors, you know, went to Amazon to get their products, but now he's such a major influence in, you know, the independent artist thing, that he can kind of force, you know, it's harder for these new artists, these independent artists, to make any money on their books and stuff. And it's just crazy. So why are we, as the people, we're allowing this? So I want to know, is Whole Foods going to change? I mean, this is giving him a lot of power, you know, because he has a lot of power in the media, with the books, with people a lot. I mean, Amazon is a huge company. They have put a lot of places out of business, Amazon has. So, oh, this is 7 minutes. Amazon has put a lot of businesses out of, and I understand it's a time where a lot of people, I like to internet shop a lot. A lot of people don't like to get out and go to the stores anymore. I understand it. It's a different time. But it's just, and then we worry about, like, when, like the banks, they were too big to fail. You know, we had to do this big bank, you know, bailout, you know, back in 2008 because, you know, all their shady dealings and stuff, and they were going bankrupt because these, and then what they did when we did bail them out, what these banks did was take that money that the government gave them to so-called bail themselves out. They took the money and went and bought more companies, more other banks. So it's like, remember before you had a whole bunch of different diversity in banks, and now there's like the major ones, and that's it, like Chase, KeyBank, Bank of America, and Chase, KeyBank, Bank of America, and that's about it. And it's like there was a whole bunch, but then they got eaten up. So I don't know. I just want to see Amazon. I want to see, where is this at now? At now, it's the swords, the Two of Swords. So there is an indecision. There is an indecision of purchasing Whole Foods. So right now, there is some cloudiness, some confusion, some obstacles in the way for, hopefully you can see it. This is, I always tell you guys, you hardly ever see me pick up these decks, even though they're nice. I hate, like, white backgrounds. I hate, like, white cards. To me, because I'm a nurse, to me white symbolizes, you know, death. Even though death isn't bad, it's a form of transformation, but to me, you know, it's like empty without, you know, void. So I don't know, I don't usually pick up this, but for this card, that's just what I wanted to do. So there's some indecision. There's a lot of cloudiness, a lot of confusion in regards to this deal. A lot of obstacles are in the way. There's a lot of obstacles in the way. There is a person that is feeling like he's fallen, like, you know, I don't know who owns Whole Foods, but it feels like he has no choice, like the choice has been taken from him. let's see. I'm going to put Amazon on this side, and then Whole Foods on this side. What does Whole Foods think about the owners, think about being owned by Amazon? The Knight of Cups. They're emotional about it. It's like this emotional decision. I don't know if it's if Whole Foods is traded on stock, on the stock market, if they're that big, I'm not sure. But I feel it's an emotional decision for them. I feel like they're trapped, that they can't grow anymore, that they feel like they've been put in a bottle, that their growth has been slowed. I feel like the life is being sucked out of this company. I really feel like outside forces was sucking out, you know, stopping the growth of this company so it could be sold. So it can be sold. So like some other big company was like, oh, we're going to take, you know, we're going to, it was like a financial type of assassin, basically. A financial assassin, closing off their growth. Because if you see, they had wide growth, and all of a sudden it's getting closer. You know, it's like starting to squeeze the neck of it. And I think it's an emotional decision. I think there's a man in the forefront of Whole Foods. I don't know if it's the original owner or this company is really dear to his heart. He's feeling trapped. He's feeling like trapped. Like, you know, like there was a lot of, I think also there's a lot of pressure on him because of this trappedness, this slow growth going on. I feel like he's getting a lot of pressure, a lot of emotional pressure. I think he's having some emotional issues in dealing with this acquisition or with his company. He has, you know, and right now I think he's acting without too much thought. You know, he's acting. It's kind of like a fight or flight feeling he has right now. Like, you know, I don't want my company to fail. I'm gonna have to. I have to sell. I have to sell. Like, there's things in place to kind of force him to kind of sell. Let's see. Whole Foods. Amazon. What do they feel? The 5. Look at this card. It's kind of interesting in this card. You know, there's a woman and this guy is on her back. So, you know, it's like pretending like you're helping. Because the 5 of Swords is usually like a financial loss for the window of hope. That's what usually the 5 of Pentacles means to me. But I feel like this person, the feeling of Amazon is like, yeah, we're going to help you get out of this situation. We're going to help you get out of this financial institution, but not really. So, you know, they are gaining on the back of other people's work. That it's basically the easy way to acquisition this company. I feel like they're on 2 different wavelengths, where the company was heading and what the company wanted and what this person is. So this person is attaching themselves. I think this is the guy from Amazon. The owner, the CEO, I don't know what he is attaching himself. I could see Whole Foods being a woman here because it's providing food and stuff. So it kind of has like a feminine energy. And, you know, I feel like that this Amazon is like a predator. Like a predator. It's a parasite attaching itself to it, to the situation that they are. Where does Whole Foods think this relationship is going with Amazon? The 10 of Pentacles. I think that they think that this is going to be a fruitful relationship. I think that the owners or whatever think they're going to get a financial, they're going to get a financial payout from it. I also think that see how their growth was stopped here. I think with Amazon owning it, and I think that the growth was stopped on purpose. It's like a financial assassin. It's like let's just say a big mastermind. It's like, I want that company. So let's, let's sell our food cheap, or let's do this to affect that company. So I feel like that type of financial assassin. So I feel like, when Amazon, or if Amazon buys this company, that Whole Foods will feel abundance again. Like Whole Foods will feel abundance again, that they will bring in good revenues, more money, that they have a brighter future, that their growth that has been stifled and been cut short is now open again. How about Amazon? Amazon is celebrating. This is all good news for them. They're hoping to get this company. This is what they wanted. They're doing a little jig. This is coming for full circle, that their plan worked, that everything worked. They're excited, that they can't wait to drink from the sweat of this Whole Foods. They can't wait to, drink the goods of it. They're excited. I don't know if it's going to happen. We'll try. What does Whole Foods want in regards? What do they need what do they hope that they get from Amazon? I know this is what the Four of Pentacles. They're hoping that, the company will survive and be on a stronger foundation. They're hoping that the company survives and be on a stronger foundation. That's what they're hoping. They're hoping that this joining with Amazon will help them get on a stronger foundation, to help them weather the storm, to help increase profits, to help them. They feel like they haven't bloomed yet. Like, they feel like they haven't reached their potential, and they're hoping that with Amazon they'll grow and reach their potential. The Knight of Wands. This is all about action. This isn't going to be the first company that Amazon does this to. It's not going to be the last. It's all about gaining. It's very, this Amazon owner and his people that are with him, I don't know. I think Amazon is on the stock market too. They have a board of directors, but the driving force behind Amazon is very selfish, very manipulative. They want more. It's what they want. I want this now. Like the girl from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I want this now. I want it right now. That's the kind of energy I'm feeling from Amazon's company. That they're going to go after this aggressively, by any means necessary. Not too much thought in there. It's like, this is part of the thing. We're going to go. We're going to conquer. We're going to take. We're going to grow. We're going to conquer. We're going to take. Why do I see this ribbon up here that has to do, to me, it's making me think of breast cancer. I don't know what Amazon has to do with breast cancer. I'm hoping that they don't get into the drug business or anything like that. I don't know what every time I look at that, I'm thinking of breast cancer. So I don't understand where that has to do with anything. But I do see, them going forth, and they're excited. How is this deal? Is this deal going to go through? What's going to happen? Let's see. The Ten of Cups, it looks like this deal is going to go through. The Empress, abundance, it looks like this deal is going to go through. It looks like this deal is going to go through. I think that this deal is going to go through. So Ten of Cups, it's going to be plentiful. The Empress is all about abundance and stuff. And then I see the Five of Swords. So that's telling me some conflict. There's going to be some conflict in regards to, I think they're going to do something within Whole Foods that's going to cause some, after they accomplish it, maybe they're going to take it in a new direction. I don't know what they're going to do. with Whole Foods, but it's going to be some conflict. I think there's going to be some regret from Whole Foods in general. There's going to be some, look at this, see, sex and sex. It's funny. I think there's going to be some regret from Whole Foods that, you know, the company is going in a different direction of what they wanted it to go. Or, you know how every company has a motto. Every company has like it's not a prayer, but it's like a motto of what they built their company on. It's like their pledge or whatever. I feel like that's going to change. I feel like Whole Foods isn't going to be Whole Foods anymore. That they're gonna tune out of the wholesomeness, like, you know, of things, and it's gonna get like more not gimmicky, but more, it's like see, sex and sex. It's going to like the image is going to kind of change. The image is going to change, and there's going to be some conflict in regards to that. I think the owner is going to regret the decision. I think there's some hidden motives in regards to what's going on. There's some hidden motives, a hidden hand, some hidden motives in regards to this acquisition, in regards to this man who wants to purchase. There's a hidden reason why he wants to purchase. It's not all, you know, good. Why he wants to purchase this company. There's going to be some information coming out in regards to Whole Foods, maybe their business practices after, you know, they kind of change things around. There's going to be some conflict within the company. There's going to be some hidden shady dealings that's going on, and there's going to be like too much, you know, too much of a good thing, too much of a good thing. You know, too much of a good thing can lead to confusion and troubled times and unfulfillment and too much. Maybe he's going to try to do too much too quick with Whole Foods and Amazon. I don't know, but it looks like the Nine of Cups is usually, you know, the wish card, like anything is possible. But I feel like anything is possible, the wish card, but sometimes too much of a good thing. You know, sometimes you can get too much. Like we all like, I like cake, I love chocolate, but if I eat like freaking a whole cake, I'm gonna get sick. Even though I love it, I'll indulge and enjoy every last bite into the last one and be sick as heck. That's what I feel. There's something's going on. So yes, I think the Whole Foods, I think eventually, yes, Amazon is going to buy Whole Foods. I don't know if that reading made sense. I don't even understand why I did a reading on Whole Foods and Amazon. Okay, that's the end of the reading. Talk to you guys later. Bye.